everybody, I'm Danielle from Danielle's Books, and welcome back to my channel. So, this is going to be a weekly reading vlog. I'm actually filming this technically after I've already read all the books that are going to be featured in this vlog, so I'll be looking like this at the end of the video too. I ended up getting through 4 books, and 3 of them are October releases, so that's pretty exciting. And then I also read a Goosebumps book. But I think I'm probably going to call this either like a weekly reading vlog or reading October releases or something like that. So the 4 books you'll see featured are Welcome to Horrorland, or what? No. One Day at Horrorland from Goosebumps. And then also I have Maverick for this intro because he was crying and wanted to be held. Next up we have Let Him In by William Friend, which you'll also see talked about in this video. And then we have one of my most anticipated books of the year, Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead, which will also be featured in this video. And then the last one is Out There Screaming, edited by Jordan Peele, an anthology of Black horror. And you will also see that featured in this video. So, lots of exciting books. Before we jump into all the footage, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I'd love to have you. Give this video a thumbs up if you like vlogs, if you want to see more vlogs, if you liked any of these books. Also, comment down below. You're okay. Comment down below any of your thoughts on these books. And yeah, let's just jump into the footage. Hey everybody, happy Monday. So this is the start of a new reading vlog. I probably filmed an entire intro. My hair's doing crazy things right now before this. So I'm just gonna hop into what I'm reading and everything. The first book I'm tackling is Let Him In by William Friend, I think it is. This is a new release horror book from October, just a couple weeks ago. And I am like 50 pages into it, so I've barely started it. It's a really short book and audiobook though. And I'm liking it okay. I actually am convinced that this is a book I'm not going to like, just because, well, first of all, I haven't seen anybody talk about this book, and I think this is this author's debut novel. If you can hear Maverick in the background, I think he's working on a poop, but we're just gonna keep talking. I haven't heard anybody talk about this book, so I have no idea what to expect. But from these first 50 pages, I think that there is going to be something I'm not going to really like in this book. So let me tell you what it's about. We have this father whose wife died like 8 months ago, something like that. And they have twin daughters. And the twins are like standing at the end of his bed one morning, and they're like, there's a man in our room. He goes and checks, there's no man in his room. Turns out they have an imaginary friend, and that friend's name is Black Mamba. You get a lot of Black Mamba at the start of this book, and I'm really liking like reading about Black Mamba. We just found out that it's actually, so the first thing that Black Mamba was like a snake, and now the girls are like, no, it's a man. And so the dad's like, oh, so that's the man who you guys saw in your room. So this is like some shape-shifting imaginary friend. Well, we also have, there's 2 perspectives in this book. Alfie, who's the dad and the father, and then Julia, who is the twin sister of his wife that died. And her, I just said her name. Her name is Julia. And he like calls her in for help because she's a psychiatrist, and he's like, should I be concerned that the girls like have this imaginary friend, or should I like leave it be? And Julia's like, honestly, this could be like a way that they're coping. Like, they have this friend, they're pretty lonely, and they kind of grew up not having a lot of friends. So I think this is a good thing. Julia's not like super on board with helping at first, or like coming to visit the house and everything, because the house that they have, or the house that the dad and kids are staying in, is actually like was passed down to them from their grandparents, so Julia's mom. And so she's like, I don't really want to go back to that house. You know, like I've seen things, you know, lots of stuff has happened in that house. And also she's also grieving her sister too. So she's not really like keen on helping right away. But like I said, I have no idea where this story is going to go, but the way some things that have been said in this first little bit, aka from Julia, she's hinting that she likes her sister's husband. And if there's romance in this horror book, that is instantly gonna make this a book that I don't like. This is the same thing that happened with a book I read earlier this year by Geneva Rose. Here, hold on, I gotta switch hands here. It was supposed to be a thriller, but it turns out that it was it was more romance than thriller. And so I really didn't like that. I don't really need romance in like my mystery thrillers or horror or anything. And I'm getting vibes that something's gonna happen. And also, like, you're going after your sister's man after your sister died. That's weird. Again, I don't know anything about this book. I don't even think it has a lot of ratings on Goodreads either. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's a short book. It's only like 230 pages or something. So I should definitely finish that today. And then I don't really know what I'm going to be reading beyond that, but you probably know because I would have talked about it in the intro that I filmed. So I am going to get back to reading this. I have to put Maverick down for a nap first. Maybe after I end this clip here, I can put in a little clip of him playing in his crib. It's basically just him looking at a bunch of books. But I'll give you some Maverick content because I know that people have messaged me asking how everything's going and everything, and it's been a little bit since I posted a video. So we'll put some Maverick video or some Maverick footage in right now. Are you looking at your books? Are you looking at your books? Say hi. All right, it's a little later now in the afternoon, 2 o'clock to be exact, and I'm still currently reading Let Him In. I didn't have the book earlier with me, but I got a library copy, and I'm liking it. It's fine. Like, creepier things are happening with Black Mamba, and the girl, like, he just has such a hold on the girls, obviously. And so I'm still interested in reading it. I'm going to see it all the way through. This is not going to be a new, like, favorite because I'm not interested, like, that much. Honestly, the dad kind of drives me nuts in this book. But I do want to see how this ends. And, yeah, see how it plays out. So I only have like an hour left in the audiobook. I'm doing like audiobook and physically reading it. So yeah, I have like an hour left, so I'll be able to finish that pretty soon. I'm about to put Maverick down for a nap. He's in the other room right now with Zach. And so yeah, I'm about to finish this up. And then real quick, I do have a Goosebumps that I've been reading at the same time, and it's One Day at Horrorland. I haven't read many Goosebumps, but this is the time of year that I try and read a couple. So I'm currently reading this one. I actually do technically have the audiobook for this one too, because Zach listened to it on audiobook, I think, last year, and so we still have it like on Audible or whatever. So I'm gonna finish up this one. This one's about this family who's on their way to a theme park with their 2 kids and like one of the kids' friends, and they get lost, and they stumble upon like a billboard or something for Horrorland, and the kids are like, let's just go there instead. And the parents are like, ugh, fine, whatever. And so they go to Horrorland. They're like the only people there or something. The parents have to go off and do something. So they let the 3 kids just like wander around the amusement park. by themselves. Interesting move. But, you know, I'm liking it. It's a Goosebumps, you know, it's meant for kids, so whatever. But it's been pretty good. So I should be able to finish both of these in the next little bit, and then I can kind of give you like a recap. I also am going to be filming some stuff today, which by the time you're seeing this video, those other videos will probably be up. I'm filming like a massive library book haul. I know that that might not be like everyone's like fave video to watch, but because I've been on maternity leave, I've been using the library a ton, just bringing in a whole bunch of books, and I've gotten some good holds in, and I've been reading a lot of them. So I thought I would do a library book haul. I want to do a recent reads. I've read 7 books in October at the time of filming this, like I said, and so I want to film a recent reads. I got to hurry up because Maverick's getting a little fussy. And then also I'm filming the end of the year book tag. So I've got 3 sit down videos to kind of help with this video. I'm not totally sure what this video is. Obviously you guys will know when the title comes out. I don't know if I'm doing like a day in the life vlog or week in the life vlog or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm just going to keep rocking out with these 2 books, and I will check back in when I have reviews for both of them. So I will see you in just a second. All right, so I'm coming to you because I finished 2 books. So first I'll start with Goosebumps because that's going to be just real short and simple. I really liked this Goosebumps. It's not my favorite Goosebumps I've read. My favorite is The Haunted Mask, which I read last year and really, really liked. But I really enjoyed this one. I mean, Goosebumps are just like a fun, you know, a fun, easy read. And like I said, this is like the time of year I like to read a couple. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and it was a good time. Next book that I finished is Let Him In. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm holding Maverick here. He just woke up. I finished Let Him In by William Friend, and I'm torn on the rating because some stuff at the ending was a little confusing. I think that I didn't really connect with any characters in this book, which I'm someone who really needs like good character to, you know, like fall in love with or just really enjoy their journey throughout the book. Didn't really have that with this book, but you know, there's some things I liked, some things I didn't. Like I said, the ending was very confusing, and there were some, I can't talk about the things that I didn't like about the book because that would be spoilers for this book. But if you want to like message me for the things I didn't like, go for it. I think I'm going to settle with 3 stars. It's a very low 3 stars though. Like I could see myself like forgetting about this story within like a week, honestly, because this really won't stick with me. But yeah, I'm going to give it 3 stars. And that pretty much wraps up my reading for today. We'll see what kind of reading we'll get into tomorrow. I think like the rest of the night, it's like 5:30 right now. And so, you know, I finished 2 books on Monday. That's pretty good. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna get into reading tomorrow. But I'll probably hit you right away in the morning because I wake up very early with this boy. So, yeah, that wraps up my Monday reading. Overall, you know, not bad. Could be better, but the start of the week is not bad. So, yeah, we'll see what we get into tomorrow, and let me know what you're currently reading in the comments because I would love to know. I will catch you tomorrow with a new day of reading. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday for me, as you saw my computer. I've been up bright and early. Maverick is over there. You'll probably hear him. And it's a new day, so new books. First up, we've got two that we're going to talk about for the plan. First up is Midnight is the Darkest Hour. I've barely started this. I think I'm like 20 pages in. This is one of my most anticipated books of the year, though, because she was the author of my favorite book last year, The Last Housewife. So I definitely wanted to read that, and I'll be working on that this week. And then the other book I'm going to work on is Out There Screaming, edited by Jordan Peele. This is a anthology collection, and I'm just going to read the stories throughout the week. I'm not trying to like pound this out today, but every so often I'll pick it up, read a story, and then at the end I'll let you know which ones are my favorite. But I thought it'd be fun to sprinkle in a short story collection throughout the week. So this one's like a new one that's been highly talked about. I haven't heard, it's hard to talk about collections because it's hard to get like, a 5-star rating on a collection because there's just so many stories, and you'll have a variety of ratings. But I'm excited to see which ones are my favorites. And yeah, these are kind of the plans for right now. I have the audiobook for Midnight is the Darkest Hour from Libro. It was a ALC, so I'm kind of doing that along with physically reading it, and it's a good time. So I will check in with you when I have another book update. Right now I'm just going to kind of listen to the audiobook and hang out with Mav, and yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. All right, update time. So I am I'm exactly 146 pages into Midnight is the Darkest Hour. It's a couple days later, by the way. And I am really enjoying this. So I didn't really talk about the plot or synopsis when I said I was reading this, just because I didn't really know what it was about. I just knew that I really wanted to read this because, like I said, she wrote my favorite book last year. So I have like 2 hours left in the audiobook. And then this one says, a killer haunts a small southern town, and two outcasts, the preacher's daughter and the boy from the wrong side of the tracks, hold the key to uncovering the truth. So I will say something that I'm really enjoying following in this book is the friendship between our main character, Ruth, and then her best friend, Everett. This is a very religious town, and Ruth, who is the narrator and who is our main character, is, like I said, the preacher's daughter. This town is a small town, super religious. They call themselves like God's country. It's a very God-fearing town. And Ruth is kind of an outcast because she's the preacher's daughter. And so everyone's scared to befriend her or talk to her because they don't want to get in trouble with her dad. And then her best friend, Everett, like I said, he's also an outcast because his father is known as like the town drunk. And so people just kind of avoid him too, or don't like him. They refer to him as the devil's son because of his dad. And so these two have a very unlikely friendship, but it's a really fun one to follow, I guess. So we start off the book. We have a couple different timelines going on. We have present day, so the now chapters, and then we have 6 years in the past when Ruth is 17. We're starting to like work our way up a little bit. Now the past chapters are when she's 18. But the present chapters, basically, like a skull was found in the local swamp of the town. And so, like the sheriff of the town is holding a press conference, and everyone is like shook to the core that a skull was found in the town, and everyone's, like trying to figure out answers. It seems like Ruth and Everett might know more than they're letting on, but it also seems like they maybe are have secrets themselves. Also, randomly, if you really enjoy Twilight, you might really like this book too, because there's lots of nods to Twilight in this book, which I'm like fine with. But that's just like a side fact. I am really excited to finish this. Like I said, I have 2 hours left, and I'm interested to know how this is going to end, because the people who I've seen talk about this, by the way, Maverick is eating his bottle in the background with Zach, so sorry that you've heard this entire clip. People have said this has like a crazy ending, so I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. Also, some other books that this has been compared to are for fans of Verity and A Flicker in the Dark, is what the synopsis says. On the front, the blurb says, Where the Crawdads Sing meets Twilight meets Thelma and Louise. So if you like any of those books or movies or whatever, maybe this would be up your alley too. But yeah, I'm excited to keep going. I have read a few stories in Out There Screaming. It's actually what I'm using to prop my phone up right now. So can't hold up the book. And I haven't found a new favorite yet. I've only read the first 3. I was intrigued by the first one, and that author was, oh my gosh, it's gonna bug me. I'll like list it here or whatever. Oh my gosh, N.K. Jemisin. That's the author. That one was a 4-star story, and then the other 2 I think were a 3-star story. So I haven't found a new favorite yet, but I'm intrigued to keep going. I think some of the authors that I've read from before are more towards the end of the collection, so I'm excited to keep going with that. I'm about to film my November TBR, which that video will already be up when you're seeing this one, but yeah, I'm excited to finish the book. I probably won't have another update until I'm done with the book, and I don't know if that'll be in like a day or so, but yeah, I will see you in the next clip with my update on Midnight is the Darkest Hour. All right, it is now the next day, and I finished Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and Ashley Winstead has done it again for me. I'm about to feed Maverick here, so hopefully he stays chilled during this clip. I think that I've been on record saying I don't like religious themes in my books, but this book really, really worked for me. I don't know, Ashley Winstead just has done it again. Like I said, this won't be my favorite book of the year, like hers was last year, but I really liked it. This friendship between Ruth and Everett was like such a driving force for me in this book. And I just really, really liked this book a lot. There are some things I predicted for the ending, but I didn't predict how it was going to end. And I know that a lot of people have said like the ending is crazy, and it definitely is. It's pretty unhinged, and I really enjoyed it. I will say I'm giving this 5 stars, but actually, you know, I can't even say what I want to say because it would be a spoiler. This is a 5-star book for me. This might be in my favorites of the year. I don't know. I have to let it simmer for a little bit because I literally just finished it. And so, yeah, a good time. I'm still working my way through Out There Screaming, and I am having a good time with that. I don't know the next book that I'm going to pick up in this video or in this vlog, but when I get further into Out There Screaming, or when I start the next book, I will let you know. But happy to report that I have a win after really not liking Let Him In. So good stuff there, and I will catch up with you in a little bit. All right. Hey, everybody. It is now Saturday, and I think I'm actually going to wrap up this weekly vlog here because I got through 4 books, and I'm pretty proud of that. So just to recap on Out There Screaming, because I didn't talk about it too much in this vlog. I did finish the whole collection. I'll tell you my favorites. I'm not going to really talk much about like what the individual stories were about, just because I have a problem with short story collections and like just short stories in general, talking about them, just because I don't want to ruin anything, and they're so short to begin with that I don't know. I don't want to ruin anything, like I said. So my favorites in the collection were Reckless Eyeballing, like I said, by N.K. Jemisin. And then I liked the other one by Violet Allen. And I liked The Rider by Tananarive Due. And then I liked Hide and Seek by P. Jelly Clark. And then I liked The Last Story, Origin Story by Tochi Onyebuchi. Hopefully I'm saying all those names right. But all of those were my favorites. Those were either 4 or 5 stars. And then everything else was either like 2, 3, or 4 stars. I didn't have any 1 stars. Overall, I think I'm going to give the collection itself like a 3.5. Probably rounded up to 4 stars on Goodreads. I had a lot of fun reading this. This is a book I really want to own because I like it so much. And I recommend it for sure for a short story collection. And I really enjoyed it. So there you have Out There Screaming. That was technically book 4 that I finished. And then we also had Midnight is the Darkest Hour. This is a 5-star book. This will probably be, you'll hear about it again at the end of the year, somewhere in my favorites list. Definitely not like the top, but I really enjoyed this one. And this one was by Ashley Winstead. And then we have One Day at Horrorland from Goosebumps, R.L. Stine. And I really liked this one. Like I said, it had like a fun ending. And it was like a creepy, cute, good time. So there you have that one. And then, sadly, Let Him In by William Friend. I gave this, I think I said 2 stars. I don't know. This just didn't work for me. But I also realized, as I was picking up all these books, that these 3 right here are all October releases. So I got through a good chunk of October releases in this video, which is exciting. And I have a couple more that I'm wanting to read. I actually planned to possibly read The Haunting on the Hill, I think, which is another October release, but I didn't get to it. And also, I'm not too sure I'm going to like that one, just because I didn't like The Haunting of Hill House. I've DNF'd it like, I think 3 times now. And I know that it's like loosely inspired by that, or like, you know, same setting. So I'm not too sure about that. But I just thought, you know what? This is a long week. I'm pretty proud of getting through 4 books in 1 week. I haven't been able to do that in quite a while. And if you can hear Maverick, he's upset, so I gotta go. But if you stayed, or if you made it to the end of this, leave maybe like a ghost emoji. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I would love to have you. And if you like vlogs, give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!